Welcome, technically welcome once again. OBS just fucked up the whole recording. We were
Like fuck
already done with
off.
everything. Fire ass
Goddamn
episode.
way.
But Jez and I are molding. But at least we have Taco now with us.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
that's it.
okay. You know
We
the
we were
vibes.
talking about like Taco maybe being next time on this. Yeah, it's apparently like this is the next time. This is
Fuck. Good thing I'm
yeah.
here.
Yeah, but for this week we wanted to talk about ages or character age in anime. So I think to start off because this is the most present thing. I think Taco also since he sent us some screenshots. I think this was Facebook, right? You can. I was unsure
Yeah.
last time, but this is Facebook. Yes, about the new Demon Slayer episode. This brought up this whole discussion about characters um, being younger than they might look like and people going wild online. Like, how old is she? 13? People say she's 113 years old, so that's fine. But obviously that isn't,
Exactly.
because mentally she isn't 13 years old.
She's a whole
Uh,
fucking teenager.
It's a whole ass child, man.
yeah. And this, of course, isn't the only anime doing this. This is a reoccurring thing, not just with girls, but also with boys. Let's say Tokyo Revengers characters being too young, like younger than they should be. They have whole ass gang wars, 200 people fighting against each other almost to the death. Like sometimes they just have a gun out of nowhere or get stabbed, and then you just uh, get reminded that they are just 14 years old doing all of this. Like, why don't you make them I don't know, 19 years old, even 17 would be fine. The way characters look like one of the characters in the manga just looks like I don't know mid 40s, and then the captions like the text under the character says when he was 12 years old he became like he ruled over this city. Like this dude does not look like he's 12. Um, but yeah, girls are the main like thing when it comes to mismatched ages and how they look in anime. Either girls are said to be old, like off age, old as fuck. I don't know, like 40 years old, or very extreme
Yeah.
400 years old, and they look
That's some
like they're
crazy
8 or 12.
fucking 40,000. Like, what the
Yes.
fuck?
Or they are like they look older and they are actually younger. Like Demon Slayer is one of the best examples again. Like when Nezuko in the latest episode, I think even like when this comes out, another episode will have come out. So
Yeah.
this was the episode where she got that power up and grew in proportions and all. Uh, People on the internet are going wild. She is still underage. Why did the author decide to do that? I don't think that having cleavage is the only way to indicate that she got like an adult body.
She could just
Because
grow in size. Yeah. Like
yeah,
legs, arms.
yeah, in
Like, it doesn't have
episode
to.
one, in episode one, she also grew her body, and nothing happened. No sexualization. This is all just for that arc. It's all like the author and the anime studio. They definitely know what they're doing. Like the anime studio, I think especially changed certain female characters up. I think Jess, you said that to me
Of course.
that like proportions of characters in the anime look bigger for women than they were in the manga.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's only for one of Tengen's wives. I don't know which one it is, to be honest with you, but I feel like for one, because like what made them so different was like one of them was like kind of busty, one of them was kind of like not. I'm not saying like petite as like as if they were flat, but like it wasn't as like compared to like the other one. And then I think the either the second, the third one was like maybe kind of like down the middle, so it's kind of like some going, I guess, up in size, but in the anime, all of them are just fucking just thick as hell. So it's like I don't know.
hmm But My Hero Academia is still, I think, the best example for that. Like they
It's the worst anime.
manga, manga and anime body types are different. Like in the anime, they are made um, slimmer, bigger ass, bigger boobs, even though they are still underage. Uh, One of the like what the main fan service girl in My Hero, Momo, is just there for fan service. I don't care. We talked about some
Exactly.
character development, quote unquote, she got in season 2 or whenever that happened. No, the fuck she didn't. Like she was just there to uh push Todoroki forward. Taco maybe remembers. I think you also watched My Hero
Yeah.
Academia, right? You know who I'm talking
Yeah, I did.
about?
Yeah, no, of course it is. She pulls.
Stuff out her skin. Yes.
Yeah,
So, and people are like the clothes even she wears. This is something
Definitely.
this is something
Yeah.
I actually forgot to talk about. Like the clothes some certain characters get, and Momo in this situation, are made extra revealing, and the explanation for that is that she has this quirk that she needs to show skin. But then again, who gave her that quirk? It was the author. Like this is not an explanation. This is the same with Fire Force in the manga. Taco, did you watch Fire Force with us or nah?
He was
yeah. I
there.
watched like it was like the first. I saw. I remember like first like few episodes, maybe 3, 4 episodes.
Okay, okay. But yeah, just so you get the point, there is a character like a girl also underage in the show that is
Yeah.
just purely there for fan service. To fan service to the point where like serious as fuck, like life or death situations, like serious fights, just get interrupted for the MC to just get his face into her boobs. Like just whoops, stuff happened. She slaps him and then it continues or something. Like the fan service just destroys serious moments. And in the manga later on, the author justifies the whole thing. Like he explains through plot, like through the story, why she has to be why she is the way she is. Like, why is she a fan service character?
Oh, the actual plot point? Hell
Yes.
no.
So
Was that the character you're talking about? Is that Tamaki or is that
yes,
someone
yes,
else?
Tamaki. Yes. The fox, right? The fox girl.
He did zero
Yeah.
character development. It takes to like the end of season 2, and even then, it's not even character development. It's like
That,
her just like getting her ass kicked. Like it don't make no
that's
sense. Man.
Maki's sister though, right? Like, cause Maki's like the one with the purple eyes. She's I think over like
They're
season
not
Yeah,
2.
sisters.
Tamaki
But
is from another platoon. Like she just came into
Oh, okay.
theirs after some time. You
I'm,
Okay.
maybe not even have seen her. I think you saw Maki, but Tamaki comes a bit later. Maki is solid, I think. Also a
Lucky is
little bit fan servicey, like all Fire Force characters, but I can respect it still a bit more since she is 19 or 20 years old,
yeah.
which is the case for all the other characters. Like most of them are underage, like 90% of Fire Force, low key.
Only
Um,
ones that are underage is like, of course, like Obi and like the vice captain. And I know Maki, and then
Hibana, yeah,
Bana. Yeah. But the rest of them are all Arthur, Shinra. All of them niggas are underage.
yeah.
Because even season 2, I think, like I don't know, like well, at least if you read the manga, you probably have seen this part. But in the anime, there was like a whole like episode that was really dedicated to where the Maki's, her power to just be fan service, beat some nigger from the rival like the rival group, like the
Oh
main
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
season 2. This was like
like the
her only
whole
fight.
like, exactly. That was her whole and shit. Like literally every single time he would just go up there and like, I'm ready to fight you now, and then she would slip and just put her boobs on the nigga, and then he would lose or whatever. And it happened like 5 times in the episode, and it got worse. It got much worse every time. I think the last one she was like fully naked. Like, what is
Yeah.
going on,
Yeah,
man?
imagine giving your fan service character a fight to maybe give her some like time to shine, and it's just a fan service fight. Like she wins because of fan service. Okay,
So
this is kind of ironic, so I give the author that because it's so dumb. It kind of works, but also still, bro, write some
absolutely,
good female characters. There are barely any well-written female MCs, even side characters. 90% of this is like I think I'm not even exaggerating. 90% of the time, female characters are just there to be either there for fan service, for the male MC a couple times, like the love interest or the side like harem love interest, or both, like fan service and love interest. Like these three things. Rarely you see a well-written female character that doesn't need a love interest. Like that's not her main motivation for doing stuff. She just is strong or has a goal she wants to achieve. Like, yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen is, as we said last time, one of the best examples for a shonen. It's like this is actually the wildest thing. It's a shonen where the author is able to write well-written female characters. Not like
Almost.
Attack on Titan is said to have good female characters, but then
Oh,
also
no,
I don't
no.
think so.
Where's the good female characters in Attack on Titan? All the good ones are like Erwin and Armin in them. Like what good does the other one? Mikasa just falls airing around. Annie's not even here. The
Hmm.
bitch is in a fucking crystal. I haven't read the manga, so you'll probably already know what happens with her and stuff. But
Hmm.
for me right now, as an anime only, she's in the fucking crystal.
Yeah, since season one.
Historia, Historia is literally just like she's just like a role player. She's not even in the thing for real.
Hmm.
Ymir is not here. That's it. Who else is even there? And then they killed Sasha. Like, bro, what the?
I guess the best written female character in my opinion in Attack on Titan is Hanji.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
forgot about her. She's pretty cool.
yeah, but also she doesn't get too much plot, like screen time in the anime. I don't know how it's in the manga. I didn't read the manga for season one and season two. Like when the anime
Um,
came out, I started reading midway through later on. But Hanji is probably one of the better written ones, and still, most female characters never reach the male characters in terms of writing potential, like how they are written.
at all. Like Erwin alone clears everyone in that fucking show.
Yeah,
Alone.
My Hero Academia, same thing. Like the best written female character there doesn't even reach. What's an example? Deku, and Deku isn't even the best written character in the show,
I think it's
in my
ass.
opinion. Deku is kind of mid. Like Bakugo is the best character in the class, and if we're talking about overall, in my opinion, it's Shigaraki, but that's because I read the manga. For anime only, Shigaraki wasn't present for most of the time. So I assume people don't fuck with Shigaraki that much
Uh,
yet.
I mean, after the backstory alone, he clears everybody else. After that backstory, like this nigga going crazy. That backstory was fire as hell. Yeah, he
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah.
Everybody else is boring. I mean, like there's some cool characters. Like Hawks is cool. And I know Endeavor is trying to like redeem himself and
Hmm.
stuff, but like, nah, Shigaraki just his whole character is wavy. Even like his character design is wavy. So I mean,
Yeah, hopefully Shigaraki is able to get My Hero Academia like more or less back on track next season.
no
Uh,
sir. Like nine beach episodes. I already know about that.
Fuck.
Marco, you watched the
I,
latest season that came out?
not the latest one. The last time, I think the last episode I went on for My Hero is, I think it was an episode or two after they had captured, um, what's dude's face? The dude with
Oh
the beak mask.
Oh, Overhaul. Ah,
Yeah,
you're
overall.
not too far behind.
yeah, you're not at all. You're not at
You're in
all.
season four, right? Yeah, that should be season four. You stopped at a good point
Yeah.
because after that, like the school festival arc was mid as fuck. Then the class A versus class B was even worse. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
The
Taco.
thing is about that whole beginning of the season, it's just like literally it's just 4 or 5 episodes of going through tunnels and just like fighting the new like
yeah,
enemies. Like it was so dumb, but
yeah.
I mean I guess it did pay off with the whole fight with
Yeah, the finale of the arc
overhaul.
was good, I think. Not as good as
Yeah.
season three, with let's say All Might versus One
That
for
was a
All.
that won an award. Didn't that win like an Anime of the Year award, whatever?
Yeah, it won Fight of the Year. Even though, of course, it like the fight wasn't that good. Like talking about choreography and actual fighting, but like the emotional story perspective, like
Uh,
from that perspective, it hit all the notes.
yeah.
So I'm not even mad. Like that fight was good. Season three was good, and then after season three, it just starts falling off slowly but surely. Like the overhaul arc was still okay, like good. It started off very slow, like Taco said, the whole running around tunnels and trying to find them. Mirio
I
was
mean,
the best character in that. arc, but then
But they
School
didn't give
Festival
him
arc.
his.
Hmm?
Yeah, because they gave that man a fucking PowerPoint. That shit's mid.
Oh, I just remember that's true. Like the when he lost his quirk, bro. No, they gave him a PowerPoint on some Promised Neverland season 2 type shit. Oh my fucking god.
Some fucking 7 deadly sins. I thought, oh, we should talk about 7 deadly. That shit mid as fuck.
Oh yeah. For next time, My Hero Academia and Seven Deadly Sins. Those two have to get destroyed. Absolutely. Good thing you
Like, well,
remembered Seven
Wait,
Deadly
Seven Deadly
Sins.
Sins is the goal, man.
Of
what
course. You
the?
haven't watched a single episode,
I've
bro.
not watched a single second of that show.
The MC is also. I'm gonna just say this. People defend him to
Oh,
hell. Bro's a hell pedo. I don't give a fuck.
that's a perfect. I'm glad we brought that. We didn't talk about that last time, but like Meliodas and Elizabeth is the most weirdest thing I think has ever been created in the anime realm. How come this dude is like? I understand like, oh, she gets reincarnated, so in reality she's like 2,000 years old. They're just they're the same age, but he doesn't die. I guess this is spoiler. I guess this is spoilers. I don't know,
Doesn't
but
matter.
like
No one watches that shit except for Yo Flame.
so he so
No way.
basically so it gets no, it gets realized like I guess like they're both cursed because I think like in their first life or something like they want to marry and get married and stuff like that and be together, but like both of their parents, so basically God and like the devil himself was like fuck no, and they both cursed them niggas. So basically, Meliodas he can't die, and whenever he does die, his dad just brings him back to life even stronger and like erases all of his memories or something like that. So he has to like relearn himself.
Mm-hmm.
But then Elizabeth, she's always set to die, but she always reincarnates with somebody else. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, they're like, of course, they've been lovers and like, together for like the end since the beginning of time. But it's still weird as hell because this nigga's like like he's in the body of like maybe like a I don't know what is he like a 16-year-old. What is his body type? I don't know, like
I don't know.
16,
Dude's
17.
short as fuck. Looks like a kid from the face and the voice. Like looking at the face and voice. He gropes her every like possible time. Whenever he can, he just gropes her. Like
Exactly.
she, I don't know, bro. This is what I said. Anime just gives you these situations that would never happen in real life. Like really weird situations, getting reincarnated, and suddenly your love of your life is like you get reincarnated and you become like a 12-year-old, even though you are 40, and now you fall in love with other 12-year-olds. Like, bro, you were 40 just a second ago. Why the
That
fuck
one,
are you falling for them? Or how?
because like
Yeah, this I don't know, bro. This is anime and manga. They just drop these weird situations where these girls are look like 12 and actually are 500 years old, which also doesn't make sense. And people expose themselves, like show their true colors online, calling them mommy, saying they go wild for them and hope they get older soon so it's legal. Like, bro, please.
time, every single time, man. Like I know, kind of like I told you just like this example like before, but like that girl from ReZero in the library, like what's her name, Beatrice or something in the library.
Yeah.
Like sure, her age like literally some insane number because she's
Mm-hmm.
as old as the library itself. Like I've been here since the dawn of time. She's like I'm 31,000 years old, and then Subaru was like, what the fuck? You look 8. He was like, don't call me that. I'm older than you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, absolutely not, man. That shit just makes no sense. And like we said, it's always opposite because they'll make her be 31,000, but then some girl who looks like she at least be 25 is like 15. Like it's just always the same shit, and they
Mm-hmm.
always sexualized. Like we said in the Seven Deadly Sins, like this man is like I don't know. You can't just I can't wrap my head around it. Like imagine like your lover is a baby and he knows
The
that's what it is because Millie because when she gets reborn, Elizabeth, she's a baby. Like she has to start from a baby and grow up again. So he knows that's his lover from like a past life, but he's like, well, like I said, he has a body of like a 14-year-old, but in reality, he's like fucking 30 million years old. So he's been alive forever. And same thing with Elizabeth because I think it's like whenever she grows up, she gets her memories back and her powers back, but then she dies right after. So eventually she'll realize, oh yeah, I am like that old. Like I do know who you are, and then she just dies, and then it
you know
resets.
that's literally, I mean, like 85% of the plot of, I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie. I think it's based off a book. but the movie is called, I think it's called The Time Traveler's Wife. So basically, the whole story is basically what Jess said. So this guy, for some reason, he has like a certain power to he travels through time, but he never knows when he's gonna go through time. So he could be living his life with his wife or whatever, but then all of a sudden, bam, like he's gone like in a flash, and then he's back like 20 years ago, or he always spawns like in the time zone with no clothes,
What?
and they make it a thing throughout the whole movie that he's basically following her like through, like he goes back in time. He basically obviously not of his own choice, but that's how the story goes. It basically is following her life, like since as she's a child. So he's like talking to her when she's like 8 years old, coloring like in her lawn. Like he's like talking to her, like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like trying to be all nice. That's like
That's weird. What
the
the?
thing is, it's weird and it's like grooming, but like they make it like the filmmakers definitely made it like, oh, this is a very nice and sweet moment. Fuck no, that's like just mad fucking weird. Like this dude's. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand that's his wife, but like, why don't you maybe do it maybe when she's like 20 or like 25? Now when she's a fucking like 8, 9 year old, like trying to like grown ass man trying to talk to this girl throughout like, and there's multiple instances of it. Like she grows up or whatever, and then eventually, I think eventually for the movie, um, they like have a kid or something, and then like while I think I'm just making this shit up, but I think while she's in labor or just right after she has the baby, he disappears for like years
What
and doesn't
the
show up
fuck?
until like the kid's like older. And it's some bullshit. Like I probably have like thought of the plot like and it kind of lost in translation as well as the years went by. But it's some wild ass story. So that sounds exactly like that. And I also did want to ask like for your guys' opinion, just kind of goddamn, backtrack a little bit. But so, in my opinion, it's morally wrong for, like Pan was saying, for those people like the writers, the creators, the artists, or whatever, to make it so there's like a plot point for in a manga or anime for a character. In this case, like an underage character, so they could like you know draw their appearance to make it look older or whatever, or to like have like specific body features that'll attract, I guess, like creepy ass
Hmm.
old men or older people, even women as well.
Yeah.
And so I find that morally wrong. But like, is there? I don't think there is. But do you think there's any like justification for that? Like, it just I don't know how to properly phrase my question, but
Yeah,
it's just
I
like
understand it. That
yeah.
was something I wanted to bring up myself anyway, like as my next point. Uh, the whole thing with authors writing texts or just pieces of art, let's just call it that, um, where they deliberately make it so characters are younger than they should be, older than they should be, having minors do inappropriate stuff, and the people reading this are not minors because let's say corn. I don't know if I can even say the word on YouTube, but let's just use corn for safety.
Okay.
With minors in there, uh, that's of course illegal. But when we talk about manga, like somehow this is all okay. Like it's not illegal to just go to a site and read like like manga or doujins, whatever you want to call them, where the characters are underage. Like it's not illegal. No one will get you for that, but it's still morally wrong. Like if I would were to do this, this shit, even like thinking about doing this just feels illegal. Like I don't know, bro. And the
Huh.
authors sit down and actually write that stuff. And I know that everyone technically has the freedom to write whatever they want. Like you can write about whatever you want because there is an argument to be made here saying that you have to differentiate between fiction and reality. Like this is not the same thing. Art is art, reality is reality. But then again, it's all just projection, as Jez said at some point. The authors just project their beliefs and thoughts onto paper or in anime, whatever. It gets animated. Uh, I agree with Taco here. This shouldn't be a thing. Like I don't give a fuck.
Mason, this is so like we talked about this like the last time, but it's like how in Japan like they have a lower age of consent. So I know that I know a lot of people try to use that as like in a debate where it's like, oh, see, boy, Japan is like it's 16, even down to like 15, 14 some places. I
Hmm.
think now they changed it to where like in most of like the little the prefectures like it's at least 16. Because before it used to be like some crazy old like young ass age, but now it's a little bit different. But even then, it's like even in America, in some places, it's like 16 is the lowest you can go. I know 17, of course, and the 18 is usually like the medium is 18.
Hmm.
But that's like as a grown ass man, like listen, if you're like fucking 25, 26, if you're above 30, it's like what do you even see in someone who is 16 or 17 years old? It makes no
Yeah,
sense.
there are enough characters to like that are older or about your age, right?
Yeah. Like there's people who like this, and I know I guess it might be kind of hard to even see because they make it so fucking confusing in anime. But there's characters like Habana and Fire Force, she's 20. Like there's people who are like 20, 22, 24, like
Hmm.
are way older. That you can like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, and do whatever. But it's like
Yeah.
you want to pick the ones that are like 15 and like
Fuck
14.
no.
Like, bro, what is going on? And that shit is the I don't know.
And of
And
course, yeah, since it's shonen anyway, like most fans are minors. So if they simp or whatever for a younger character, that's fine, of course. But the author
yo,
is older, he or her writes like that stuff. They it's just projecting, as I said. And the three main arguments like people use to justify this is, for one, as we said, they are so and so many years old. Like she is 500 years old, so it's fine, bro. Look, it's all legal. Like this is one of the dumbest arguments ever because the author just made this shit up. Like there are anime out there where the main girl literally looks like an 8-year-old, and she supposedly works in an office with 30 and 40-year-olds. Like she is not 40-year-olds. I don't give a fuck. That's not a petite build. She looks like 8-year-olds from other anime.
you know what I'm
This
saying?
was done deliberately.
Like we look because like the girl from Toradora is like her exact body type. Of course, in Toradora, she's like she's like 13 or whatever. She's a child, but they'll use that same exact body type and then just make her age 3,500 and be like, see, it's fine. Like, no, it's not,
Yeah,
bro.
that is.
Stop.
You could just like copy paste her into another anime and say she's 40, and people would just say, "Ah, that's fine. Okay, now it's fine." They said she's 40. Like having this age should like the combination between and the age and the way the character looks. If it doesn't look it often just doesn't make sense. It's already a turn off. Like I don't know, you see this character, you already should be like thinking, nope, this is not something I find attractive, but people do. So that's that. And something I said also, or I wanted to say, was the other argument that people also like to use. Taco, you might have heard about this. The argument saying it's all just drawings, it's all just pixels on the screen. They are
Yeah.
not real, so I'm not a pedo if I read or watch this. How you standing to that?
I
Neon.
mean, that's literally okay. How do I phrase this? That's gotta be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. Just because, okay, it's pixels and stuff. Okay, how old are you portraying that bunch of pixels to be? Above 18? 25?
Mm-hmm.
62? Fuck no. They people try to make excuses for this type of shit, but at the end of the day, okay, like you're saying, it's fake, it's not bad, it's just
Mm-hmm.
pixels. Bro, why don't you draw pixels of like adult women your age, assuming the person's over fucking 18? Yeah, it's just shit like this. Like, there's no excuse for any type of like of grown ass men or women, trying to I don't know, proclaim their love or arousal for a certain
Mm-hmm.
character that's underage. I mean, that's straight up like pedophilia. If I don't know if you can say the whole word, but
Fuck it, we
you know,
testing it out.
fuck
Neon.
it, yeah, that's whole ass pedophilia, bro. Like, and I mean, yeah, like that's what it is. Whether it's even if it is drawn, even if it's like on Twitter, if it's like a drawn like a character, like I don't know if it's just to use like the My Hero example right now, just 'cause that's the first thing I could think of. Like they draw like it could be like Deku and like Uraraka, and then it could be like it could one of those like lewd ass drawings, and it's just like oh people are like oh it's so nice or whatever. Okay, I understand being like a creative person, like being like an artist or trying to like draw different things, but like bro, like, especially if the person's an adult, like even if the person, for example, for the example that I'm using, if that person who's drawing shit like that is like for example a minor, like okay that's still like not the best thing to do, I mean just for like whatever reasons, but like if it's a whole ass adult drawing that type of shit, there's literally no excuse, there's no excuse to make it, there's no excuse to consume it, and it's just I don't know. It's just sick, bro. Just stick to. There's literally so many like of age waifus out there, bro. Not that
That's
I would
true.
know,
That's
but
true.
there's so many. I don't watch anime that much, but shit.
You get it. You
You could
get
just do
it.
a little Google search, just like over 18 or like 20, 25-year-old waifus. Bro, it'll be there, man. Just the thing is,
Yeah.
people take this shit to a whole nother like f of creepiness, and then like just I don't even know how to describe
No,
it at
that's
this
true.
point.
That's
It's
true.
just, have common sense, man. People don't have common
Just
sense. That's
draw
the
some
thing.
pixels of some bitches. Yeah, definitely. Like get
Right.
some pixel bitches.
Over 18 bitches.
The thing is, even Pants said this last time. Pants like with the whole metaverse thing coming out and how they need to just do whatever they fucking want in the metaverse. What if someone goes in the metaverse and goes like, see, I'm in my own room. I make a bunch of just animated girls, but I'll make all of them some lollies, bro. Make all like
Doesn't
14,
even need
15.
to be animated. Like they can look real, like real children in the metaverse.
Crazy. You're right. That's crazy. And they're gonna sit there and the Pan's argument was like, yeah, so in that thing, like, yeah, they look real, but they're still technically pixels. It's a
Yeah.
metaverse. It's a video game or whatever. So it's like they're gonna be in VR in their little fucking capsules, just doing crazy shit with children or
So
whatever
someone has to be
lolly.
monitoring this, but I also
It,
don't know if this is even possible, right?
it's like they're gonna
Looking
be
into
doing.
everyone.
But I don't know. I know we talked about this on the Here and Now podcast about like um what was it? And I think because Apollo was like, there's some. I think we were talking like there's some girls in of course in real life and stuff like that, like they have like a more childish aesthetic. Like for example, what's her name? Bella Delphine or whatever in
Yeah.
real life. She like plays that character of like I'm like really young or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And saying that like maybe some people who are like pedophiles or whatever, like that might be a way for them to like control their urges, quote unquote, and get them help by like being with people like that. So like the girl, of course, the girl was above 18, but it doesn't look like it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
in the metaverse, it might be a way for them to like to not do that shit in real life and just do it inside the metaverse. But that shit's still weird because like you shouldn't be like that in the first place. You need actual therapy, not just some getaway.
Yeah, I was thinking about this, that the metaverse could be something to have them practice their uh whatever you want to call it, not in real life, but in a virtual place. But as you said, it's also not a perfect solution because imagine they just do it in the metaverse, and at some point, because the metaverse isn't real, they just lose interest. They're like, this is cool and all, but after some time, you just get bored of it, and real life feels better. So they will eventually. I just think that continue or start doing this in real life because the metaverse will uh, at least not in the near future ever feel completely feel like real life.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, there really is no anything. It's just y'all just gotta stop being fucking weird. That's the only way this shit's gonna go. There is no anything.
Anime,
It's like
manga, all of that just has to fucking pull their shit together and write better female characters, please. Not just
I,
development wise, but just don't make them just be there for fan service only. Like,
I can
please,
say like
bro.
it goes both ways. Like it's the community and like the animators and like the
Yeah.
creator side. Like y'all got to stop creating this shit, and then for consumers stop consuming this shit. It goes both ways. Like no one's like. Some people like, so why would they even create it if they don't want us? Like, nah, bro, they in the wrong too. Like you can't no, you know what I'm saying? Like
No way, bro. Whatever happened to the good old days of a nice ass Playboy magazine, bro, with some 20 something, on the cover you could just, cop that shit for $9.99, have a good afternoon, have a good night for yourself. They should do that, but like, you know, they could do that, but like anime version, but obviously all these people that are gonna be drawn in the Playboy manga type beat
Mhm.
are at least 20 years old, 21 years old and up,
I suppose.
I'll give
yeah,
them my business. I'll give them my business.
But now also like another situation. If there were two of these magazines, like two types, both manga style, one underage, the other over 18, which magazine will get sold more, you think?
Oh, the underage one, of course.
Yeah.
People are fucking creeps.
It's
You know.
just, as I said, anime just gives you these ludicrous situations that don't happen in real life,
Buddha.
and then it just gets very complicated. Like demons getting older, but they're actually 12 years old. Fucking reincarnations, uh, living for how God knows how many years, and your love interest gets reincarnated every time, and you grope her as she is 12 or 14. Like
shit
I
was
don't know,
so-
bro.
I can't wait to slander that anime. I can't wait to Seven Deadly Slander. I can't wait, man.
Seven Deadly Frames, bro. Season 3 was ass.
Just I don't give a
All
fuck what
these
no one.
7 deadly
anime just
years in
fall off.
prison, bro. Fuck.
Yes, like this, they all just fell off. Like My Hero was not the same after season 3 or even 2, bro. I don't know if 3 was the best. I think it is, but also not by a lot. But some people might disagree and say season 2 is better. I don't know. Like it definitely fell off slowly after season 4, and season 5 was just, I don't know. They saved themselves a little bit with the last arc with the villains, but even that, like looking from a manga perspective, they cut out stuff. Fucking beach episode with unnecessary as characters, like
I think
one-dimensional characters,
man,
bro. Mid as fuck. I don't care.
mid hero academia. I don't give a fuck.
Mid Hero Academia, Seven Deadly Mids, bro.
You already know it's mid because Yofan likes every single last one of these goddamn.
Wait, yo,
Shit.
what this dude got against Yo Flame?
Bro,
No
No,
way.
if y'all don't
After
know,
he recommended he rent a girlfriend, bro, I gotta slander his name every
oh,
time I get the
you
chance.
don't know. There's a we have a homie in
Look
here
at
named
General right now. You just put a rent a girlfriend game to play. What the?
what? What the he did, bro? If y'all don't know, we have a homie here called Yo Flame. This nigga he's recommending the most ass shit ever. No way. For example, right, Rent a Girlfriend. They have a season 2 coming out this year, and this nigga is the most hypest nigga I've ever seen about that shit,
Yeah.
man. No way.
Like
Like, we're
yesterday,
gonna watch it,
yesterday,
bro.
yesterday he found rather I sent him my anime list account, and he just checked the anime I watched, bro. He specifically called out one of them. Like I gave it a 2 out of 10 because it was super ass, and bro said I really liked it. I don't know why you didn't like it. This is like the generic MC, like edgy MC, like all cool, and all the girls are just there for fan service and liking him. Like no plot, no development, nothing. Like why do you watch this? You just have
That's a
to
stinger
you have to
brain off.
turn off your brain completely
Yeah,
and your eyes and ears to enjoy this. Shit.
maybe they made how did they even make a make a game about
Bro, I
that's
don't
why
know.
it's so
How did it get a season 2? We will for sure watch season 2 in VC when it drops.
we're
We
slander
we
the
have
fuck out
to.
What,
of
rent a girlfriend?
Yeah.
yes.
Bro, I can't wait. I mean, huh?
Well,
What? The
That-
only good part about the anime, at least all of them are over it. All of them are in college and shit. So at least that one's
yeah, at
like,
least at least somehow Rent a Girlfriend is still better in that department than most shonen
that's
anime.
crazy. That is
That's
literally crazy. to me.
that's crazy, bro. That's why I didn't give this anime 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. I gave
Nah,
it like a
it's still a one.
4.
It's still a one. It's still a one. Don't worry. It's still a one. Don't
Nah,
worry.
it can get way worse, bro. You though, you're only like, it's the iceberg, right? Imagine the iceberg, and Rent a Girlfriend is like tier 2. Okay, this.
Uh, we gotta come on here and talk about some really bad ones, like fucking, and not the ones like, oh, you mean like, what's the one they always tell people to watch? Like, you're never supposed to watch. If like, you just coming into anime. What's that cursed one?
Boku no Pico?
Yeah, that one. That's not even what I'm thinking.
Is that a whole corn?
It's it's bad, but there's worse ones. Like y'all need to go watch the one with the.
I think it's almost corn.
We'll probably come on here and talk about after we go and come and slander some of these anime. We'll probably make a one about just like the worst anime ever,
Yeah.
at least to us. And then if y'all go watch the one where it's like, was it a brother and a sister, and they have like white hair or whatever? That one is like the most craziest, and that ending is like, what is happening? You all need to, but it's not for. Aren't they all kids in that one? I watched it when I was in school. Oh my! If you're above 18, don't watch that shit.
Doesn't even if you're below 18, like who's the target audience?
That shit was so.
They are brother and sister. This is not okay.
I'm just gonna describe one of the last scenes, and we're getting out of here because this is too much. But one of the last scenes, right? So imagine, I don't even imagine it, but the sister and the sister is doing something to the brother under the table, and then one of the friends walks into the house and sees this.
Oh my god!
Oh my! And that was the most like, what was I watching when I was younger, bro? No way.
Didn't this like low-key traumatize all of them, and they just dipped, like they left the village?
Yes,
like,
bro. Because like, what was going on? Like,
oh, you saw that? Bye. They left all their friends behind.
And then they went, bro. And then they went. Oh, let me not spoil that. Well, y'all not gonna. Y'all, I don't want to.
Oh my god!
After they got caught doing, that nasty ass shit, and that wasn't the first time. It was like multiple instances. That was the first time they got caught doing it.
Yeah,
and they got caught. They left, and I think they got on the train. And then like it was really like cryptic. So it wasn't like I don't know like what sure was happening, but all I know they were on the train. And then they were like drowning in the sea or something. They died. I think they killed themselves.
Oh fuck! I don't even remember a lot of that show. I watched this when I was still in high school. I think this was one of my first, even low key, for some reason.
That's what I'm saying. I was just watching whatever I got my hands. I was like,
yeah. Sometimes
anime.
you just got unlucky and watched this.
Oh my god!
And I didn't even drop it. Like, why didn't I drop it, bro? Oh my god! I watched it from start to end.
You were watching like this shit's peak, bro. This shit's peak.
Okay, not gonna lie. When I started watching anime and I watched SAO, I thought SAO was peak.
Exactly.
And I still will say the concept of SAO is heat.
Nah, that's the metaverse. That's what's gonna have all the nasty niggas in there, the neon niggas.
Like the whole concept, like this whole it's not even virtual reality anymore, right? It's even like more because it's like you just have this helmet and it's not just a goggles or fucking. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not in front of your eyes, but you sleep and it happens in your brain. Augmented reality, right? And the concept is cool, but what they did, like the whole harem stuff, didn't need to be there. The MC was one-dimensional as fuck. Like,
It's always the same shit. Like, even that shit before, like I said, I think in the last time before they messed up the recording, I think I listed off some names of like popular anime characters that are women to see if there was any good ones. And everything, all of them were just ass. Like Asuna from SAO, like her character has so much potential. She was stronger than him. Like when she first, like she was supposed to be like even towards the end, she was still stronger than him. But every season after that, it's her just being kidnapped or some shit, or one of the other like 10 girls he has under his wing. They all get kidnapped and he goes and saves them every time. It's the most recent season with Alice where it was actually changed. Alice was actually putting that work in. But even then, I think he came back at the end and saved them all. I didn't finish the season because she was ass.
At the end he woke up and saved them all. Yeah, obviously. Somehow he was stronger than when he became paralyzed. Like I don't know how he got that power up. Somehow he just did.
The best character. What's his name? Yu-Gi-Oh! That whole dynamic was so wavy, and then they killed that nigga. I don't spoil. I don't give a fuck. You're not watching.
Doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter.
It's mid. SAO mid. We're gonna talk about that shit.
SAO mid, but somehow not as mid as My Hero. I don't care.
Mario is so mid, bro.
Good thing
I hate
Chainsaw
that.
Man's coming out soon, bro. I
Mid,
need it.
mid, mid.
What?
Mid.
Nah, my Chainsaw Man is fire as fuck. I hope they
Chainsaw
get the
mid?
anime
Chainsaw
adaptation
mid?
right.
Chainsaw mid? You know
Fuck.
the
That's
Wait.
true. Juju mid? Shit. Mid
nah, that shit coming
Kaisen.
out. When is the movie coming out? I can't wait to
The
watch that
movie
movie,
is
man.
already out, but we can't watch it still in the West. Maybe in like a month or so. I don't know.
I guess I'm moving to the east. I guess I'm moving to the east. You know the deal. I gotta make big money moves.
But I heard the movie made a hell of money. Like they almost reached the Demon Slayer movie
Damn,
at opening week or night. I don't know.
damn.
So I
Bro, all I
expect some
know
heat.
is
I better be some. He better be
as soon
some.
as I see Makima and Power in the new anime,
Damn.
What
you know.
the fuck? But she's overage. She's overage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, you
You
nasty
know.
ass neon ass niggas.
Fuck.
I
Y'all gotta
mean,
stop that shit.
what the?
But
Y'all gotta stop that.
next time, My Hero Academia getting packed. Not Demon Slayer. Oh, definitely not Demon Slayer. Seven Deadly
Demon
Sins
Slayer mid.
getting yes. Seven Deadly Sins getting absolutely annihilated, and then in the episode after that, what do you want to do? Just talk about some of the worst anime we know? Yeah, I got some. I got some.
It probably gotta be some 18 plus because like some of them are just so like they're always sexual and it's always so bad.
Yes,
That bro,
School
that
Days is one of them I really hate. That one anime I sent you with the dude with a sword and the whole many girls behind him. I don't know if you remember.
all right,
And
that one's not that bad. I feel like that one's better than the fucking smartphone one. The smartphone one is the most ass thing I've ever
I don't know.
watched.
I hated that anime I sent you because the animation was ass. Like the whole background
Yeah,
was
well,
ugly as fuck. The
bro,
girls are just. Why are they
for,
there?
for y'all who want an image, imagine they have animated horses, right? That they're supposed to be fighting on. They're just the horses are not even moving. The horses are just staying right in place, and they're still fighting, but the horses are not moving. They're just like it's like
Yeah,
what the fuck is
yeah.
the purpose of animating
Why is
this?
that a horse fight? Like they just
That's
stand
right. I
around
like
there.
that one,
Yeah,
bro. The smartphone one is so bad because like that premise is so dumb. That
yeah.
one's no, you haven't watched it yet. There's one called Conception. That one's the worst.
What?
That one's the worst one
I still have
ever.
to watch that
The
shit.
worst one ever. I forgot about that one. Was bro? It has like a 2 out of 10. It's that bad. Like that shit's terrible,
Fuck
bro.
yeah, yeah.
No,
All these anime getting packed in the episode after the next episode. But
that
first,
premise
My Hero
is
Academia. We did not forget about you, bro. My Hero Academia, Seven Deadly Mid.
that's number one. That's number
Shit's
one
getting
on it.
absolutely destroyed, bro. I got shit to say to both anime. I watched like the first two seasons of Seven Deadly Sins and some of season three, and I watched all of My Hero and read the manga up to the latest chapter. So, bro, absolutely
Nah,
getting annihilated.
it's been complete, utterly packed.
But yeah, this has been another episode of Open Window Podcast. Jazz here, Taco here, me, Panacotta. All yeah. I don't know if Taco is going to be here also next time when we talk about My Hero Academia. I don't know, probably not because he hasn't watched all of the seasons, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe
You know.
someone else. Like
Damn.
like Taco just came in at random today after we fucked up the first recording.
Bro,
Terrible.
This should better be my files after I click stop
Ben is
recording.
0-2 in
I looked up,
recordings, man. What
bro, I
happened to the
looked up
tier list?
Lolly.
I'm
I looked up
doing it.
Lolly on Twitter. I looked up Lolly on Twitter, and then some guy posted a picture of him putting So this guy googled Lolly hentai, and he posted a picture of it. And the first thing says, "Warning: child sexual abuse imagery is illegal. Call this number now."
Okay.
What?
People too wild on the internet. It's they will find you, bro. They will destroy your ass. Oh my god.
It's so fucking.
But yeah, thank you
crazy.
for listening and see you next time. Ah.
See you next time. Yeah.